Hey everybody, and welcome back to more Pirate Galaxy, and welcome to the Antares system finale. I was actually incorrect last week about who we would be fighting. It is Vicius the Mutilator, and not Lord Famdoom. Famdoom is not until the Gemini system. Next mission is Mutilator's Revenge. Now this one, unless you're feeling really brave or you want an extra challenge, don't fight him alone. He is very difficult and it takes tons of energy to kill him. Alright guys, we have arrived at the mission area. The one saving grace of this mission is that both of the spawn locations are very secure E-fields. There's a buffer area outside of each E-field that allows you to sit and repair and get all of your cooldowns set so that you can go in kicking, and believe me, you want to on this mission. I strongly recommend while your cooldowns are running, you make sure that you get your ship, if not full, get as much energy as you can possibly get without entering the mission area. And since I've already done all that, I will enter it and begin the fight. You want this fight to be over as quickly as possible. The longer the fight runs, the harder it will get. And the reason for that is these little radiation gatherers. They enable Vicius to use abilities on his ship, the first of which being the attack buff. He also can use a speed actuator, stun charge, repair droid, and I never really stuck around to find out what he used after that. But you want to make sure to keep those dead, and they spawn at a faster and faster rate. I'd say if this mission runs any longer than 5 minutes, it will be impossible to do solo, and I recommend just bugging out and restarting the mission at that point. Ooh, came very close to dying there. Now while you do want to focus most of your fire on the radiation gatherers while they're spawned, you also want to make sure you're doing a significant amount of damage to his ship. Once you get him down to about half a bar of health, I recommend just going all out and finishing him, because that last radiation gatherer isn't going to be worth your time. Alright, so this mission can get very close. I was about one rocket away from dying there. But, for all intents and purposes, we are now done with the Antares system. Gemini system unlocked. You can now go at any time, though we've still got 2 more missions to do here. Collect the escape pod, he's not getting away. And head back to orbit. Alright, as I mentioned, we have 2 story missions left to go in Antares. One of it which is just time consuming, and the other one is actually pretty quick. Next mission is Monster Delivery. Now that we've captured Vicius, we need to take him back to the Sagan on Terrassa. So I will see you guys there. We are on final approach to the Sagan laboratory. Nothing really eventful happens on this mission at all. Unless you have really bad luck and run into something interesting, or if you have really good luck and run into a giant mantis. But this mission's basically just a time sink to fill a story purpose. Once you get here, the mission completes, and you can head back to orbit. Alright guys, we have finally reached the end of the Antares system. Next story mission is to Gemini. It's finally time to fly back to the Antares Stargate. When we get there, you guys will see a new system on your board. And cue slideshow. And that's mission complete. Gemini. This is probably one of my favorite systems, probably my second favorite actually. It's very bright. It's a great change from the dark systems we had before. The next place we need to go is Prosperous. But Prosperous is looking kind of far away, so I don't think I'm going to fly there right now. 3 things you do need to know about Gemini, though. Number 1. There is no starbase in orbit of a story planet. You guys are used to having a starbase right above you. You can pod, rescue, get back down real quickly. Not going to happen anymore. Number 2. Blueprints are not going to be where you expect them to be. You're not going to find the top blues all on one planet like you could in Vega and Antares. Check Hitchhiker's Guide. The link is in the description below, like always. Make sure that you're getting the top blue for that specific item that you want. You will need to visit all 3 story planets, which by the way are Prosperous, Commerce Central, and Technitoria in order of difficulty. And number 3. If you're going to do this system solo, you want an engineer. The reason for this is that Gemini is almost entirely escort missions. There are missions that if you're going to do it solo, you do need a damage dealer class, like a Storm though. So if you want to do it solo, you kind of need 2 ships for this system. It's a lot of work, but go ahead and grind them out. It'll be worth it in the end. As far as a release schedule for Gemini, I don't know if Prosperous will be coming out next week like I hope it will. I have recorded all of these missions before any of them were released, and I'd like to do that for Prosperous too, as it'll allow me to keep a steady release schedule and not leave you guys hanging like I did last time. But check back next week. I really hope they'll be there. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave your comments in the section below. And if not next week, I will see you guys next time.